The allegations against dissociated cover a few areas. I'll try to sum some of them up. Lies. Dissociated has a track history of lying, including about their university exit, their diagnosis and treatment, their past drink and drug habits, how they handle criticism, and more. I've listed some in the attached comment, but it's worth noting these are just a couple of examples of a very wide-standing pattern of behavior. Inconsistencies. This kind of goes along with the lying. DD shows a lot of inconsistencies in their stories, their symptoms, their recovery process, etc. After only a year of therapy, it would be very hard to control switches. Yet when asked if littles have a chance of coming out on camera or live streams, DD said no, that they weren't allowed out. This being said, littles are often caught on camera.
It's a good day!
It's the bestest day.
I don't...
Stuck, and that's no fun at all, is it?
When the second little switched out, who obviously it was showing you how big those flowers.
DD's story in terms of how they came to be diagnosed is hugely misleading and confusing, and is told differently every time.
I know when I first heard, oh, we might have dissociative identity disorder, I said to my therapist, I don't know what that is. Can you please explain?
Months and months and months and months, I was seeing this therapist, and she said, based on, seem very different from you, have you ever heard of multiple personality disorder? And I said, yeah, I know what that is. And she said, it's dissociative identity disorder. That was the first time I was told.
Information, if you are concerned about this, we were diagnosed by Dr. Remy Acquarone of the Pottergate Centre. He runs and directs the treatment centre for dissociation and trauma survivors.
Have an official diagnosis by a psychiatrist and a specialist. Everything calmed down a little bit after that.
I've had therapists in the past who have been willing to learn for me about DID, and one of them in particular was incredible. She was a lady in Colchester. That was right before I left for university. I hadn't been diagnosed then. But yeah.
It was actually a documentary about a lady on YouTube, and I saw it. I must have been like 15, 16, and that was way before I knew about the idea. I wasn't diagnosed, or like it was suggested to me when I was, I think, 19. So when I saw that, I found it so interesting, and I was like, this is absolutely terrifying. I can't imagine living like that. Can you imagine?
It is still quite a common story between a lot of us where we've spoken about, oh, we went to see this therapist and they didn't really get the idea, or they didn't really want to talk about it, and that needs to be something.
DD has said before that the sound of plates smashing triggers out Ruby, however, at the did. Sleep over the sound of a plate smashing triggered out Omega, and then a little.
We stepped aside and we're out in like a doorway, and I'm trying to calm her down, and she starts to fall deeper into a flashback or something, and she starts wailing and